Good day, everyone. Today I'll talk about how I found my voice in writing style. I thought I knew my writing style. I'd researched different ways of writing, and when I started, I tried to mimic other writers who I felt were writing really amazing stories. But the problem was, I felt it wasn't my tone and the concepts I was aiming for. It was like the ideas were bouncing around in my mind, which were really the voices of other people. It wasn't me. It wasn't really mine. I realized my writing felt misaligned. It was as though I was trying to be something it wasn't. It just wasn't mine. It was a reflection of somebody else's style. Then I thought back about how I used to write my own short stories in my teens, and I would typically start with a basic title or subject and just start to write. So I decided to break free from the set ways of writing that other people may be successful at. So I really tried to just have my own writing style, like an organic writing style, if you like. It was quite challenging, in fact, because it was like stepping off a bit of a cliff, not knowing where I would land, but something transformative happened. I started to listen and trust my ideas. Essentially, I freed my mind, you could say. I allowed my own rhythm, my own thoughts. I allowed the stories and ideas that bubbled up in my mind to come to fruition and to express them in my own way. I embrace what I consider eccentric in me. I've been had personalities test before, so they're quite eccentric. It allowed myself to be unconventional, to experiment, to break rules, to go for it, as they say. I embrace what I call the organic writing style, quite messy. Allowed it to unfold naturally. It was quite messy to start with, a bit of semi chaos, semi control, and then it started to really take shape. And I got my act together, if they say, and they really started to come together in my own way of writing that was successful for me. I essentially rewrote the whole novel and arrived at a story that I felt was actually mine. Brought some sense to the order and created the outline and rewrote the whole book. Essentially filled in all the blanks and kept on going back to make the stories and the characters were actually connected and they flowed throughout the story. That's when the story and I guess the voice in the story essentially became mine. It became a reflection of my own perspective. And essentially it really fitted better in the way that I see the world and how I want to express myself in my words. Uh, Gradually, I found I was no longer afraid to use my voice in a different way and to write things in a way that made sense with how my mind flowed and so forth. So really, my debut novel is really going to be a testament of my own self discovery as well. Story born from authenticity, from embracing my unique and the unconventional aspects within me, I guess. I hope it actually inspires you to do similar, to listen to your own inner voice, to embrace your own personality, and to create something that's truly unique and meaningful that is you, that is actually yours. So I hope you continue to enjoy me as I explore over the next few days more aspects of my book and doing extraordinary things that might be new to you, new to me. And hopefully you join me in the next few days again. And as I post more content, I'm going to very soon start talking a little bit more about my characters and what the book is about. So hopefully see you on my next post. Thanks for joining me and speak soon. Take care now.